Hello students, this is Karan Sonodara. In today's video, we will solve the worksheet of chapter number 9 and chapter number 17. So let's solve the worksheet of chapter number 9 first. So here the first exercise is given about choose the correct option. External respiration is known as external respiration is known as breathing. So C would be the answer. This animal can live both on land and water. So those animals who are lived in land and water, they are called salamander. या तो आप ये बोल सकते हो the salamander is the kind of animal which can live on land and water both. The third, respiratory organs in fish are. फिश में जो रेस्पिरेटरी ऑर्गन्स होते हैं उसको क्या बोलते हैं? गिल्स. सो डी वुड बी द आंसर. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, द ब्रॉड thin muscular membrane that separates the chest cavity from abdominal cavity. So the answer would be diaphragm. So diaphragm is a muscular membrane which separates the chest cavity and abdominal cavity. So D is the answer. Next question, small holes found on the underside of leaves, they are called stomata. So stomata is the small holes which found on the underside of leaves. So B is the answer. So these are the answers of choose the correct option. Now next exercise is fill in the blanks with the correct words. So first is the bronchioles supply the lungs with air. So air is the answer. Second, the folded surface of gills provide a large surface area for diffusion of oxygen. So folded surface जो होती है गिल्स की, it provides a large surface area for the diffusion of oxygen. So oxygen is the answer. Earthworms use their moist and slimy skin एज रेस्पिरेटरी सरफेस. तो अर्थवॉर्म जो होते हैं वो उसकी जो स्किन होती है, या तो आप ये बोल सकते हो कि मॉइस्ट एंड स्लिमी स्किन होती है, दे आर यूजिंग इट एज रेस्पिरेटरी सरफेसेस. सो मॉइस्ट एंड स्लिमी आर आंसर्स. नेक्स्ट, ब्रीदिंग इज अ फिजिकल प्रोसेस वेयर नो केमिकल रिएक्शन टेक्स प्लेस. क्योंकि वहाँ पर कोई भी केमिकल रिएक्शन नहीं होता है, तो दैट ब्रीदिंग इज़ अ फिजिकल प्रोसेस. दे हैव ऑलरेडी टोल्ड कि इट्स अ फिजिकल, राइट. सो वहाँ पर केमिकल रिएक्शन नहीं होगा. नेक्स्ट, द प्रोसेस विच जनरेट्स यूजेबल एनर्जी बाय द केमिकल रिएक्शन ऑफ फूड in the presence of enzymes that act as catalysts is called internal respiration. because internal respiration में ही chemical reaction होता है of food, और जिसके presence में enzymes जो होते हैं वो as a catalyst behave करते हैं कि जो process को you can say कि increase करते हैं या तो fast करते हैं, right. So that process is called internal respiration. So these are the answers of fill in the blanks. Now next exercise is write true for the true statement and false for the false one. So pores called lenticels are present in the barks of trees through which respiration occurs. तो pores की वजह से respiration होता है. Yes, the statement is true. Then plants use oxygen gas in the process of photosynthesis and exhales carbon dioxide gas as waste. No, the statement is false because the plants use carbon dioxide gas in the process of photosynthesis and exhale oxygen gas as a waste. So the statement is false. The next, the accumulation of glucose in the body sometimes causes muscular cramps. No, the statement is also false. Why? Because the accumulation of lactate in the body sometimes cause muscular cramps. So accumulation of lactic cause that, not glucose. So this statement is false. Aquatic plants absorb dissolved carbon dioxide in water. No, because the aquatic plants absorb dissolved oxygen in water. They do not absorb carbon dioxide. So this statement is false. Next, air entering through the nose is filtered by the tiny hair present in the nasal cavity. So जो एयर एंटर होती है थ्रू आवर नोज वो फिल्टर टाइनी हेयर से ही होती है, राइट. सो दिस स्टेटमेंट इज ट्रू. So these are the answers of true and false. Now next exercise is give two examples for each of the following. So first question is given end products in photosynthesis. So in photosynthesis plants use carbon dioxide, water and sunlight and also chlorophyll. तो ये सब यूज़ करके they give us glucose and oxygen. So glucose and oxygens are the end products of photosynthesis. So this question is wrong over here. So don't do this. These answers are wrong. So instead of carbon dioxide and water, there should be oxygen means O2 and glucose. Next question, animals that have lungs as respiratory organs. So ऐसे एनिमल्स कौन से हैं कि जिसमें रेस्पिरेटरी ऑर्गन्स में एज अ लंग्स होते हैं. So those animals are dog and humans. Next, part of a plant that undergo respiration. So parts of a plant that undergo respiration are stomata and lenticels. So stomata and lenticels ऐसे parts है जो respiration में help करते plant में. The similar questions we are having here, the end products of photosynthesis. So we have answer oxygen and glucose because oxygen and glucose are the products of photosynthesis in the plants. Next exercise is name the following the process by which the energy is released from the breakdown of food. So this process is called respiration. So respiration में ही energy release होती है by breaking down the food. Next, the spongy and sac-like respiratory organs placed in the chest cavity along with heart are called lungs. So lungs are the spongy and sac-like respiratory organs जो chest cavity में होते हैं. Next, the holes or openings at the body surface through which insects respire. So respire किससे होते, कैसे करते, एयर होल से, कि जिससे जो उनकी बॉडी पे होंगे. द ट्यूब दैट कंडक्ट्स बोथ फूड एंड एयर, तो ऐसी ट्यूब्स को बोलते हैं फेरिनेक्स. द मेन एयरवे टू द लंग्स which is located just below the larynx. So larynx के just below ऐसे कौन एयरवे होंगे, मेन एयरवे, तो दैट इज ट्रेसिया, right? So these are the answers of name the following. So that's it in chapter number 9. For short question answer, distinct and long question answers you have to learn by yourself, and I am sharing this answer sheet in WhatsApp group. Now let's move on to the worksheet of chapter number 17. So first exercise is choose the correct option. So this type of forest circles the earth at the equator. At the equator जो एक सर्कल हम लोग बनाते हैं, तो वहाँ पर कौन से फॉरेस्ट है वो हमें मिलते हैं. तो दोज फॉरेस्ट आर ट्रॉपिकल रेन फॉरेस्ट, जो हमें अर्थ के इक्वेटर पे अगर एक ऐसे लाइन ड्रॉ करते, सर्कल ड्रॉ करते, तो वहाँ पर मिलते हैं. द प्लेस वेयर एपीफाइट्स ग्रो, तो एपीफाइट्स कहाँ पर ग्रो करते हैं, ट्रीज पे. द लेयर ऑफ रेन फॉरेस्ट विच रिसीव्स लिमिटेड सनलाइट, तो लिमिटेड सनलाइट मतलब बहुत ही कम अमाउंट में सनलाइट कहाँ पर होती है, फॉरेस्ट फ्लोर पे, जो कि सबसे नीचे वाला लेयर है. व्हाट डू वी कॉल द ट्रीज और श्रब्स दैट ग्रो इन कोस्टल रीजन्स, तो जो ट्रीज एंड श्रब्स कोस्टल रीजन में ग्रो होते, दे आर कॉल्ड मैनग्रोव्स. Broad leaves are found in plants present in this layer of rainforest. तो जो broad leaves होते वो कहाँ पर पाए जाते, अंडर स्टोरी में. So C would be the answer. So these are the answers of choose the correct option. Now let's move on to our next exercise, which is fill in the blanks. So what have moderate rain and heavy snow and are found in Jammu Kashmir, Uttarakhand, Sikkim, Ladakh, Himachal Pradesh and foothills of Himalayas. So those forests are alpine forest. तो एल्पाइन फॉरेस्ट होते हैं, वहाँ पर मॉडरेट रेन होता है, बट दे हैव हैवी स्नो, और वो कहाँ पर पाए जाते हैं, जम्मू कश्मीर, उत्तराखंड, सिक्किम एट्सेट्रा. कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड कंटेंट ऑफ द एयर इज when the fossil fuel are burnt by the factories and car. जब भी हम लोग फैक्ट्रीज और कार से फॉसिल फ्यूल को बर्न करते हैं, तो कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड की अमाउंट क्या होती है, इंक्रीज होती है इन द एटमॉस्फेयर. सो इंक्रीज वुड बी द आंसर. नेक्स्ट, forests cool the surrounding air and regulate the temperature by recycling water through the ट्रांसपिरेशन. सो ट्रांसपिरेशन इज़ द प्रोसेस कि जिसकी वजह से फॉरेस्ट है वो अपने आसपास की हवा और टेम्परेचर को कूल रखते हैं. नेक्स्ट, प्रोप रूट्स एंड बटरेस रूट्स गिव टॉल ट्री एक्स्ट्रा सपोर्ट इन द शेल्स. तो जो ये शेलो सोइल्स होती है, उसमें एक्स्ट्रा सपोर्ट कौन देता है? प्रोप रूट्स एंड बटरेस रूट्स. देन एरियल रूट्स ग्रो अपवर्ड्स, बिकॉज एरियल रूट्स है वो ऑलवेज कौन सी डायरेक्शन में ग्रो होते? अपवर्ड में. तो आउट ऑफ द सोइल टू टेक इन द ऑक्सीजन. सो अपवर्ड इज द आंसर. So these are the answers. Fill in the blanks. Now next exercise is write true for the true statement and false for the false one. Termites, fungi, bacteria and earthworms are the primary consumers. No, they are not primary consumers, they are decomposers. So this statement is false. Next, mangroves lowers the force of cyclonic waves. Yes, because ये coastal area में पाए जाते हैं and they lower down the force of cyclonic waves. So this statement is true. Forest dwellers are helped with alternative methods such as overgrazing for cattle. सो ओवरग्रेजिंग ऑफ कैटल से तो डिफोरेस्टेशन होता है. सो दिस स्टेटमेंट इज फोर्स. तो अल्टरनेटिव मेथड्स कौन सी होनी चाहिए? कल्टिवेशन की. राइट. सो दिस स्टेटमेंट इज फोर्स. नेक्स्ट, इफ द ग्रीन हाउस गैसेस इंक्रीज more the sun's heat will be trapped and we would see global warming. So this statement is yes. So this statement is true because greenhouse gases अगर increase होंगे तो जो ओवरऑल टेम्परेचर होगा अर्थ का दैट वुड बी इंक्रीज बाय सन्स हीट. देन कॉफ़ी एंड कोको यूज्ड टू मेक चॉकलेट्स आर प्रोडक्ट्स ऑफ एनिमल्स. नो, दिस स्टेटमेंट इज false. So these are the answers of true and false. Now give two examples for each of the following. दो examples हमें देने हैं. The source of chemicals which make acid rain. So those are power plants and factories and cars also you can write. So these are the source of chemicals which make acid rain. Next, greenhouse gases. तो greenhouse gases में आते हैं कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड and methane. The examples of decomposers, termites and fungi. Reasons for depletion of forest land. So agricultural demand and coastal demands. Primary consumers, goat and cow, or you can say all herbivores. So herbivores are the primary consumers. So these are the answers of this exercise. Now next, give one word for the following. An environment where particular population of organisms such as animals and grow. So that kind of animal environment is called habitat. The wiping out or destruction of a species is called extinction. So extinction is the wiping out or destruction of species. Next, the flow of energy from the sun to a producer to a consumer and finally a decomposer is called food chain. The last in line of consumer in a food chain are called decomposer because food chain में last में कौन आता है? Decomposers. The gases such as carbon dioxide and methane that trap the heat of the sun inside the atmosphere. So this kind of gases are called greenhouse gases. Next, rain formed when chemicals such as sulfur dioxide and nitrous oxide mixed with the water vapor in the air. So those kind of rain is called acid rain. So that's it for short question answer, distance and long question answers. You have to learn by yourself, and I am also sharing the answer sheet of this worksheet in WhatsApp group. So please go through it. Thank you and have a nice day.